Brr. It's chilly outside. Good afternoon, my friends. I am DW Brother Beanie. We're doing a Stand Strong devotional. It's our daily bread. You should be familiar with it by now if you've been watching me online. Well, good news today is that TikTok is now back online. It was shut off last night around 10 p.m. Bad news is, at least it's bad news to me, is that Mark Zuckerberg owns it now. And I don't care what kind of deal was struck, whether Mr. Trump had a meeting with him to tell him to stop censoring so much. I don't know if that happened or not. I hope so. But anyway, it's nice to be back on TikTok. I took a break from it anyway, a couple days before it went down. I will continue to use Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Rumble, sometimes Telegram, anytime, anywhere for the gospel of Jesus Christ. January the 21st, called No Reverse. Exodus 16 verses 1 and 2 are the only ones we have to read, but I'm going to read more. But the second verse says, "In the desert the whole community grumbled against Moses and Aaron." Yes, those terrible, grumbling people who are very ungrateful. They don't appreciate what they have. They don't appreciate what God does. There are people today doing exactly the same thing. No matter what God does for them, He just can't seem to make them happy because they don't want to be optimistic. And some of them don't even want to be realistic. They just want to be pessimistic. Bread and quail is the heading in my MEV Bible this afternoon. Exodus 16, starting with verse 1, tells us, "Then they set out from Elim." This is the Israelites, led by Moses and Aaron. "They set out from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai." Some people say Sinai, different pronunciations. "On the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. The whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Now the children of Israel said to them, 'Would to God we had died in the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the pots of meat, when we ate bread to the full. For you have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill us, or kill this whole assembly with hunger.'" That would be foolish. Foolish thinking, too, by the way. God's not going to lead and go through all the trouble of getting His people out of bondage only to let them die. "Then the Lord said to Moses, 'Indeed, I will rain bread from the heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain amount every day, that I may test them, whether they will walk in my law or not. And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it will be twice as much as they gather daily.' So Moses and Aaron said to all the children of Israel, 'At evening you shall know that the Lord has brought you out of the land of Egypt, and in the morning you shall see the glory of the Lord, because He hears your murmuring against the Lord. And what are we that you murmur against us?'" Okay. No reverse. The author is Dave Brannon, and he says, "The first time I saw her, I fell in love. She was a beauty, sleek, clean, radiant. As soon as I spied the 1962 Ford T-Bird at the used car lot, her shiny exterior and killer interior beckoned me. So I plunked down $800 and purchased my very first car." Could you imagine? $800 today? What's that going to get you? Nothing terribly great, I wouldn't imagine. "But there was a problem lurking inside my prized possession. A few months after I bought my T-Bird, it got a little cranky. It allowed me to go forward, but I couldn't go backward. It had no reverse. Although not having reverse is a problem in a car, sometimes it's good to be a little like my old car. In our walk with Jesus, we need to refuse to go backward. Paul said we need to press on toward the goal." chapter 3, verse 14 of Philippians. Perhaps the children of Israel could have used my T-Bird's transmission. We read in Exodus 16 that they were in danger of putting life into reverse. Despite the miracles God had performed, they longed for old Egypt, the old ways, right? The old sinful ways, the place of bondage. We need to keep moving ahead in our walk with God. Don't back up. Look forward, press on. I completely agree with you, Mr. Brandon. The only time a Christian ever needs to look back is if they're looking back to see how far God has brought them so that they can continue forward. Amen, amen, and amen. Well, the next time you see this video, or the very first time, rather, we will see what will have happened on Inauguration Day, which is tomorrow. The saints of God had better be praying. Hopefully they have been. I've been telling in other videos for people to be praying. On my TikTok video, I told people they need to be praying because there is a plot, I'm sure, to remove Trump before he gets into office. There are thousands of people protesting in Washington, D.C. right now. That's fine. They can go ahead and freeze for all I care. Foolishness. Democrats, I say. All right, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you in the next Stand Strong Devotional. God bless.